Okay, little follow-up video. So in the previous video we did a fan pressure test and the fan pressure wasn't great. So what I said I'd do is I'd clean out the main heat exchanger, which the fan pressure test was kind of suggested. For this, there's a little panel that comes off the top here. It's just 2 screws, bang, bang, take them out, top panel comes off, which gives you main access to this thing. Obviously make sure you're electrically isolated and your gas is also isolated, etc, etc. If you don't know how to do that, then you probably shouldn't be watching the video in the first place. For this, we will need a 13mm ratchet spanner, I find easiest, and a 10mm. This is actually a Worcester one that I picked up. What we need to do initially is undo these 2 here. I'm not going to bore you with this. We've got to undo this and this with the 10mm, along with that and that. And then this one at the back, which is stood up, we don't need to take that all the way off, just need to loosen him off. General guide, when the main body gets to the head of the thread or so, then that should be enough. But by that point, you'll be able to move with your hand if needs be. So I will just get them done and I'll be right back with you. So these 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 are now out. We've loosened off this securing nut, which will give us access to the burner. Take the head off, which will also give you access to the bearing plate should you not want to take the fan out, but we'll go through that in a minute. And then once you've whipped them off, you've then got access to the burner, where a few bees met a grisly end. We'll get that cleaned out, and then you can see in here there's a lot of crap we can clean out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these front 2 off. When we get to the rest of it, again, 10mm spanner. Behind here you should have a plate behind this main cover. Obviously keep all your screws neat and tidy. I tend to put mine on top of the boiler, but just don't lose them because you look like an idiot and then you could kill yourself. Once this is off, we can then use our tools, cleaning tools, which we've got from Worcester, which aren't the cheapest, but we can then give it a good clean out, rerun the pressure test, and hopefully we'll see a decent difference in the readings that we're getting. So I'll just give this a clean now using the tools. If you look in your manual, you'll see what tools I'm going to use. If you go online and type CDI, heat exchanger cleaning tools, you'll also see what's behind here. 2 screws, a little plate. So we're going to clean all in between here with our cleaning tool. We go between each one, get as much out as we can. We'll see a bit comes out there, drop a bit of water down to clean it all out. I'm going to go down here, give it a good brushing out, and that should make a significant difference to our fan pressure test readings. Be right back. So we've cleaned them out like now using our Worcester tool. I've replaced the seal for the top burner, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop some water in, a couple of cups of water, and that'll just get rid of all the loose bits that we've just cleared off from inside here. I'm going to get rid of them, and I'm going to give these another good brush, just see what I've missed, and then we'll repeat the process. Water down there, which will just drop out the condense, so nothing to worry about. I say I've replaced seals on this. I've bought a kit for it. You should really replace seals on these when you do them. Always inspect them. I know some lads who don't, but best practice to do so. I think the manufacturer insists upon it. While we're here as well, we could also have a look at, this is your main burner plate with your Kentucky Fried Bees. Oh, there we go, one way down for that ladder. Kentucky Fried Bees, give this a quick clean as well. Get rid of them. This is your bearing plate, which sits just above the fan. This can often stick. You can just pull him out, and on the inside, just get a pencil. Just get a pencil and just lightly just go over where this rubber would usually sit. It'll stop intermittent EA errors. Good practice to do while you're here. It takes seconds and it saves another call out for the customer, which is always good. So we're going to get him all cleaned up now, and then get him all back together, fire him up, do our fan pressure test, and hopefully we'll get better readings than what we had before, which I think was -4
8, was it? Around there somewhere. I'll get all that done now, and I'll be back with you as soon as it's all back together. Any questions about us putting it back together, consult manufacturing instructions. Drop us a message if I can help, and I've got time, I will do. But I'll be back with you shortly with the new pressure test, and hopefully that would have made a significant difference. So we cleaned out the heat exchanger, we've used our tool in here, boiler's all fired up. We're now getting the reading of minus 6.21, 6.22, around there somewhere. He's all good, he's all happy. And that is essentially how you clean out a main heat exchanger in Worcester boiler. Next up, we're going to do the plate heat exchanger, because I've noticed our hot water's getting a little bit tepid recently. It's dropped a few degrees, so we'll clean that out, get the spirit salts out, and give them a good going over. Hope that helps, and like and subscribe. Hopefully there'll be more tips to come for you.